So McCarthy grew some balls. And I was like, oh, this would actually be a good one just so we can actually see what he looks like when he's being himself. And I don't mean a-hole. I'm referring to when someone isn't trying to filter themselves or pretend to be something that they're not.
Intel committee. Is Santos on the Intel committee? Am I allowing Schiff to be on other committees? Go right ahead.
So he's being a little smart mouth. Is Santos on the Intel committees? He's coming back. And then as he finishes that up, he smiles about it. Kind of like, ha ha. It's like, okay. So this will be something to watch in the future. We'll understand what his sarcasm looks like.
Because you have direct power over who goes on the intelligence committee, you also will be able to raise for your full House, taking off other Democrats, perhaps Representative Omar. But you have said that lying to us is something that means you should be removed from the intelligence committee. But why is it not a factor?
Well, let me be very...
This is a man who should not be on committee, something you do have power over.
He's gotten elected by his district. So,
answer to my question. Why is lying...
Okay, let me be very clear and respectful to you. You ask me a question. When I answer it, it's the answer to your question. You don't get to determine.
So now we're seeing very angry McCarthy. And what do we see? His eyeballs. We are seeing the whites of his eyes. They've gone crazy. He's got crazy eye. And also we see the hand. It's pinching something, which is probably his anger and point. And he's tossing it constantly at her. He's angry. And he's giving her side glance. So he doesn't really like to be in your face, even when he's angry. And he's justifiably, in his mind, so. He's got it. He's pinching it. He's not pinching it towards her and shoving it at her. It's in front of him. He's not turning his body towards her. None of that. It's all from the side. So it's like, oh, this is a sneaky bastard.
Whether I answer your question or not, okay? In all respect. Thank you. No. Let's answer her question. You just raised a question. I'm going to be very...
And now you see him as he turns and starts to actually face her.
Very clear with you. The Intel committee is different. You know why? Because what happens in the Intel committee, you don't know. What happens in the Intel committee, although the secrets are going on in the world, other members of Congress don't.
And then you start to see his strength. Not only is his body talking, arms are coming up and down, the body is moving with it, his head's loose, his body's loose. Really a good eye contact, full frontal face, and he's settling into his position. He is not going to sit there and throw you softballs. He's going to take a chunk out of your ass. So once he's decided not to play sneaky, he's going to rip you in two.
It's totally fair.
Which is kind of like, oh, all right. So the kind of personality that we're dealing with is not some scared guy that tries to do everything in the shadows. Oh, no. What we're seeing here is that he's fully capable of pulling back that curtain and bringing out a can of whoop ass. He can play both the sneaky game and a whoop-ass game. That's a very dangerous person to piss off.
No. What did Adam Schiff do as the chairman of the Intel Committee? What Adam Schiff did, use his power as a chairman and lie to the American public. Even the Inspector General said it. When Devin Nunes put out a memo, he said it was false. When we had a laptop, he used it before an election to be politics and say that it was false and said it was the Russians. When he knew different, when he knew the Intel, if you talk to John Radcliffe, DNI, he came out ahead of time and says there's no intel to prove that, and he used his position as chairman, knowing he has information the rest of America.
So I found that kind of odd, but if you think about it, it's actually quite appropriate when he points at himself, speaking on the chairman position. He has information, and he's pointing at himself. I have information. So he's marrying the two positions. He had information. I have information. They're together. It's like, oh, okay, well, that'll make sense.
Does not, and lied to the American public. When a whistleblower came forward, he said he did not know the individual, even though his staff had met with him and set it up. So no, he does not have a right to sit on that. But I will not be like Democrats and play politics with these, where they removed Republicans from committees and all committees. So yes, he can serve on a committee, but he will not serve on Intel, because it goes to the national security of America. And I will always put them first, all right? And if you want to talk about Swalwell, let's talk about Swalwell, because you have not had the briefing that I had. I had the briefing and Nancy Pelosi had the briefing from the FBI. The FBI never came before this Congress to tell the leadership of this Congress that Eric Swalwell had a problem with a Chinese spy until he served on Intel. So it wasn't just us who were concerned about it. The FBI was concerned about putting a member of Congress on the Intel committee that has the rights to see things that others don't because of his knowledge and relationship with a Chinese spy. They brought it to the works of the leaders. I've got that briefing. So I do not believe he should sit on that committee. And I believe there's 200 other Democrats that can serve on that committee. So this has nothing to do with Santos. Santos is not on the Intel committee. But you know what? Those voters elected Schiff, even though he lied. Those voters elected Swalwell, even though he lied to them.
Yeah, I kind of like him. It remains to be seen what kind of a speaker he'll be. But I do like people who can, one, play the sneaky game, because there's always going to be a need for the sneaky game, but who's got enough morality and fortitude to be able to play the game that he's playing right now, which is a moral high ground I'm going to rip you into, and not be sneaky about it. Episode 2 of Skinwalker Ranch has been released, and as we follow along with the reality of it, is it real or is it not? This time, supposedly, they saw something.
Oh, there it is again. There it is again. There it is again.
If you like it, please share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.